Hey guys, this is How to Livable. This is a YouTube channel where I, along with Michael Lukes, help business owners with their content creation. Michael Lukes is a content writer and I am a video producer, and together we make this channel. We do a lot of videos. This is one part in a series on LinkedIn. In addition to that, I'm also going to give you 10 different ideas on content that you can create for LinkedIn. So the first piece of it is actually really simple, but as you get started, you want to have a number of other ideas that you're going to create for your business. So we're going to jump into that after we talk about the first idea. So let's get started. The first video that you want to make for LinkedIn is really just a video announcing the other content that you're going to create on LinkedIn. It's very important as a business owner when you're creating content to talk about what you have in store for us over the coming weeks and months. The first video that you make really is just going to talk about the main concepts that you intend to talk about in your vlog. One challenge that I see business owners have as they get started is not knowing exactly how to talk about all of their content in a way that is palatable for their audience. And what you will find on LinkedIn is that people have a very short attention span compared to something like YouTube, where people come here for much longer form content. When you're creating videos on LinkedIn, you need to get to the point relatively quickly and move on. That's why I usually recommend for business owners that they just make an announcement video talking about exactly what they are going to talk about in the future, and they don't get into much more than that. I say to talk about it with humility because we really associate with you on the human level when you talk about yourself with a little bit of humility. Maybe just be honest about the feelings that you have about getting this vlog started. Maybe there's some excitement, maybe there's some nervousness, but basically what you want to do is just talk about it honestly, openly, and state the concepts that you're going to talk about. Now, what are some of the concepts that you're going to talk about? Let's jump into that now. Number one, the FAQs. So this is something that's often overlooked by business owners as to the basics of your business. A lot of the videos that I've made for LinkedIn have come from very basic concepts around creating videos that I take for granted because I've been working in video production for so long. So you want to think about the very, very basics of the who, what, why, when, how you do business. And those can all be separate videos for your LinkedIn content. The reason for this is it may seem very basic for you, but for people who do not know your business, we don't know these things. And a lot of times you're making videos for people who may not be the perfect client for you, but are able to recommend other people to work with you. So that's why you want to cover those topics. Number two, what are you passionate about? This is also something that can be overlooked by people on LinkedIn, in that we don't always just want to know about your business. We want to know actually about the other things that drive you. And the reason for this is that it gives me one more touch point. Let's say you do industrial engineering. Maybe I don't have a manufacturing company, but if you are passionate about something that I'm passionate about, I'm going to have an easier time interacting with you and getting to know you and your business. So in addition to your business topics, you also want to talk about things that you're just passionate about. I would say the right recipe for that is usually about 60% business related and 30% or 40% personal related. Number three, what is a recent success that you've had? Obviously, we want to talk about our successes in our business. It is really important that we do. What is a recent client that you've signed? What is a recent win with a client? You want to document these things and make sure that you are talking about them on a regular basis. Now, they're not the only thing that you want to talk about in your vlog, but you do want to make sure that you're documenting your successes every single time you're having them and making note of them in your video content. In addition to that, you also want to talk about your challenges. Now, what I've found with business owners is that this can be kind of a challenge because you don't want to reflect your business ever in a negative way, but talking about the challenges that you're facing in a real human way helps your network get to know you as a person. And a lot of business owners are going through the exact same challenges. So you do want to document the legitimate challenges that you're facing talk about the ways that you're trying to solve those challenges, and get an actual conversation going from your community talking about these same problems. Because when people are given the option to answer how they're having successes solving some of these problems, they will. And they'll also just want to empathize and sympathize with any challenges that you're going through. So definitely talk about the challenges as well as the successes. What is your background? Talk about where you came from before you got here. For me, myself, I worked in video production companies before I started my own company. I've had a startup before. I've had a lot of different pieces of my background that now inform where my company is now. So you want to talk about where you've come from as well as where you are. Knowing your history, knowing your backstory helps us get to know you as a business owner, and I highly recommend talking about your background as well. Number 6, describe your most productized service. What does this mean? Regardless of the kind of business you have, you do want to have some kind of product or service that can apply to just about anyone. This can be something very small, from an ebook or a PDF that you are giving away maybe or have for sale, but you want to have something that just about anybody can take advantage of. Depending on how specific your business is, this may be more or less complicated, and it may have a variety of a price tag, but you do want to have something that a wide variety of people can purchase, and you want to talk about that in your content. Number 7, describe a customer case study. Anytime that you're doing business with any customer, you want to be taking note of these case studies. You want to be taking note of the successes and the entire project timeline, because it's very easy to go from project to project, take care of the work, and not document how the work is getting done. So do your customer case studies, make sure you're documenting them, and then turn these into short videos that you can talk about on LinkedIn. Number 8, give us a low-cost tip on your industry. An example of this is this very video. I am basically taking the client work that we do every single week and putting this into a free video that gives you all of the secrets of the work that we do. Find ways to teach us what you do at a very low cost for people that literally cannot afford to work with you, and you will build trust with that network, and people will want to refer you because you helped educate them and help them further their journey as a business owner. So find ways to teach what you do in a low-cost way for just about anyone, and it will build trust with your network. Number 9, introduce us to a partner, a colleague, or an employee. This is something that I'm doing with our current customers. This really helps us get to know not who you work with, but how you work and the work that people do with you, which also informs us to who you are in your business. So after you've introduced yourself to us, start to introduce us to the people that you work with. In this YouTube channel, you're also going to see videos from Michael Lukes. Michael and I work on client work together as well as collaborate on this YouTube channel, and it just helps people to get to know who we are as business people and the fact that we work together and collaborate together. Finally, number 10, update us on your industry news. I have a number of clients that talk explicitly about news that's happening in the industry, and by giving their take on news and industry updates, it establishes them as industry professionals and experts in their fields. So take some time, look at the news that's happening in your industry, and that's content right there that you can talk about for your business. So that is it. That is the first video that you can make for LinkedIn, as well as 10 other ideas to help you get your content started for LinkedIn. Hopefully, if this was valuable, please hit like and subscribe. We put out content on LinkedIn every single week. And so we really enjoy making this content for you guys. Feel free to leave questions, and we'd like to try and create content around those questions that people have for LinkedIn. Let us know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and we will be back next week. Thanks much.